That's right, throwing this man, bro. So he'll do G-Gen, and you guys have a whole other person to go play. Oh, I'm in. I told you to stay frosty, and the Justice here. Justice here. What's up? Asian losing his mind.
I'm drumming. I'm drumming.
The balls on these motherfuckers. They made it a fucking.
It's a half off.
Is it half off? Oh god.
Half off. I'm going in.
Oh no! Don't Asian! Don't do it!
I'm going balls deep.
No.
I'm dipping my balls in there.
Requesting a material drop for the designated point, please.
Alright, give me my free.
I saw a dark suit come out of my free spin. I was like, motherfucker, no way! But it was the Mark II. Bitch. The audacity of this game.
Ooh, I see you're going for a supply drop.
So I got to do a 10 spin anyway.
Let me grab my dailies real quick, and then I'm gonna start going ham because it's half off.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Yes, let's keep it going.
Ooh.
Go, go, go. Yes, let's keep it going. Yes, let's keep it going.
By the gotcha gods, I will steal this man's luck.
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
So I got it on Ginny again, by the way.
Nice! Half off time.
Son of beach. Alright. I didn't actually get to look at what this is, so that's a general too. 20k health right out of the gate. Damn, dude. Okay. Oh god. You know what this means. I gotta at least start on the video before I go to sleep. What's going on, everybody? Gustav the 13th here with another look at a new suit. The Jesta has dropped this week. A 600 cost raid. 2 priority with compatibility in space this time. Let's go and do a quick rundown on the weapons here. So for both the main weapon and the melee weapon, both of these are unique to the Jesta itself. The rifle is actually a single shot on neutral. It's a 3-round burst on charge. Only 6 ammo though, so keep that in mind. And whenever you do a charge shot, no matter how many shots you have, you just kind of shoot whatever you got. So say you got 2 shots left, the charge will just shoot the 2. If you only have a single one and you're still doing a charge, it'll just shoot the 1. So a little weird. Does have a pretty decent way of getting through some maneuver armor though, and all of the shots do stun. You'll see that a little bit in the future here. Moving down to the sub weapons, we have the Jesta Vulcan Pod. Not quite as fast as like maybe the Mark II's Vulcan Pod or whatnot, but it does have a decent stun threshold on it. 130 damage, ammo of 40, range of 150, reload time is 8.7. The grenade, a little interesting on this, and you'll see a little bit when we go into the practice session, but not crazy damage. 1800, 3 shots before reload, and a range of 150, but the animation on this, pretty fast. And I'm gonna test it again when we go into practice again, but it seemed like it was doing pretty good. Like it was actually able to get a stun by itself if you're actually able to lob them out fast enough. This is where things get a little weird though. The Shield Twin Missile Launcher, it can stun. You had to go through 2 bursts because it does have an ammo of 4. It's 2 shots per volley, but the first volley does not stun. Now you can do things like hand grenade into volley, or a little bit of like do this and then switch to Vulcans if you really want to, just to maybe get it faster. But like all you really have to do is get a 3rd missile out in here. The volleys are a little staggered out, so it may feel a little bit slow. And I'll be honest, 700 per shot, and the fact that this has a pretty low range strength, and we'll get into the rest of the stats in a second, it's not the hardest hitting thing in the world. You're definitely going to have a hard time finishing out shoots with a lot of your range suite, unfortunately. But speaking of the stats, let us move down to stats here. So like I said, 600 cost for both ground and space in general. HP right out of the gate is 20k, so not bad. Ballistic resistance is 28, beam resistance is 23, melee resistance is 30, range strength is 12, melee strength is 38. I still can't believe it's only a range strength of 12, by the way. Movement speed is 130, high speed movement is 215, thruster gauge is 75, and turning speed is 66, so pretty par of the course. for a lot of those. Decent maneuverability though. And when we go into the part slots, we are talking close range 19, medium range 17, and long range is 8. Looking at our skills, then we have leg shock absorber level 3, flight control program level 2, glide structure level 3, very floaty bastard, anti-blast stabilizer level 1, high performance balancer level 1, high spec ambac level 2, melee combo controller level 1, force injector level 2, maneuver armor level 1, high performance radar level 1, active guard level 2. So this is another suit and another general that does have active guard. As you probably saw when we were looking at it, the shield missiles are attached to a shield, but the shield is not a shield. And if you notice here, we also have the left shoulder armor buffer, which is counting for the shield bit itself. So normally if you get hit on that without doing the active guard, you are getting 15% reduction. For this, you're also doing 80% reduction, and you can't be staggered, but it also drains your thrusters in order to be in the active guard, and you cannot move while you're in the active guard. And you may have noticed while I was going down this list that we are missing something that generals typically have. Yes, because you have this active guard, it seems that once again, much like the full armor Mark II, you cannot roll. And I really hope that this isn't going to be a trend for suits that have this. For the Kshatriya was kind of neither here nor there since it, oh my god, sorry. Since it was also a support, so, you know, support tax. It is what it is. No one really expected that big motherfucker to roll anyway. So, but having it on this, which is kind of just a standard Fetty suit, little unfortunate. I wouldn't really say the active guard is super crazy either, but seeing this in action, and we'll have a demo match in here as well, but it's not bad. Going into the enhancement list, so frame reinforcement level 1, complex expansion slot level 1, anti-melee armor reinforcement level 1, ADPA, so a little bit more melee, and the unlockables are frame reinforcement 3, so 500 health there, and then plus 4 to melee for the final one. This is a 2-star suit, which means it's in 2-star hell, and yet though, a fair amount of people did get this the other night, so maybe you won't have that much of a hard time getting it. Okay, now with that rundown out of the way, let us take it on over to the practice room so that we can show off some of this stuff in motion before we do the usual. Alrighty, so we're back in here. Let us take a look. So like I said, single shot for that. Let's try this grenade thing real quick too. See, so yeah, you can just hit it with 2. Right out the bat. The animation, as you saw, pretty fast for the grenades. Kind of surprising. I don't know how many people are really going to have the patience, especially when everything's zooming and moving around and stuff, but it is doable. Similarly, you can do this into the missiles and get it on the first volley. I'll also show that in a second, but we can also check out the Vulcans here. Not bad. A little bit over half of that in order to get a stun. Decent-ish damage. You have to keep in mind the fact that the range modifier on this is kind of rough. Alright, so going back to the missiles, 1, 2, and then 3. I think it's mostly just 3 shots. Maybe the 4th one's in there, but, you know, they come out pretty close together, so as long as you can keep them trained on somebody, you'll be okay. And in terms of the charge shot, 3-round burst for that. Very typical Fetty swings here. And, of course, like we were mentioning before, no roll. Just a lot of force injectors. So if we turn the enemies on here, we can show something else off. Once we get... Let me try to go towards the, our melee guy here. Do I actually have it on? I sure don't. I'm done. There we go. Let's try to get our boost back here. Come on, fucker. Hit me. Turn over here. Come on. Come on. Yep, so we got that active guard up. Didn't really take much of any kind of damage. One thing to keep in mind with that 20k health right out of the gate and a decent amount of resistances as well, this thing does not take damage that crazy. If you really wanted to, you could just make this a chalky motherfucker, probably ignore the block entirely and just do very typical Jagan things and do alright for yourself. And of course, you know, very substandard just melee combo, or not combo, but counter with the boot. But yeah, once you run out of your boost, you just come out of that guard and you have to just kind of, you know, fend for yourself. Thankfully, your boost recovery, not bad on this thing right out of the gate. I find it a little bit unfortunate that this does not actually have a roll. I know a lot of people are going to be back and forth about it, like, yeah, that kind of sucks. I really would use that rather than just the block, and a bunch of people are going to be like, lol, it's just skill issues, blah, but, you know, to each their own. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Jagan stands that are going to get in here and do shit with it regardless. But now that we have demoed the blocking and all that, let us go and check out something else, which would be the output on the base. Alright, so right out the gate, base shot, nothing super crazy. The grenades, not the worst. A little slow though. Same with that. I think the bigger bread and butter here is the fact that you can just do 3-round bursts at charge. Like that moved it a little bit. But really, because of the way that this is, you could actually do maybe 2 things, right? Technically, you could just make this a really chonky suit. The other thing you could potentially do is just make it a reload part heavy suit. That way you can cycle through all your range and use them to advance faster without being drained of your stuff. Right? So you're just constantly hitting them with your weapon and sub-weapons, and then finally you come in for the bonk. So this does okay-ish base output by itself. Because of that lack of a modifier, it does have a hard time. The downswing is not the worst thing ever if you can try to get some chunkage in there, but honestly, you're probably just going to be vanguarding for whatever else is actually doing proper damage to the base. Very typical general in that regard. And not the biggest deal either. The one thing that kind of irks me a little bit is if you see here at the hips, it looks like it has a thing for the lumbar missiles, but really it's just grabbing them for grenades. It feels a little strange that this doesn't have both. In fact, if anything, it feels very strange that there's specifically grenades at 600. That seems like something you would see on a level boosted suit, not a suit that's baseline 600 at this cost. Cue several examples of other 600 base suits that probably had that going on with them, but you know what? Fuck that. But overall, there's not a whole lot to say about this other than, oh my god, you know, the Justice here, this also brings about a lot of possibilities for the Jesta line in and of itself. A very standard suit, but very aggressive. Especially since you also don't have that roll, you really do have to mind yourself. Keep that maneuverability, take advantage of that flight control to do air boosts and to, you know, keep yourself mobile until you can get in there and get the good debunkings going. But like I was saying before, we do have a demo match. We actually got a couple matches in yesterday with the Jesta, and this is going to be the last one that we did, so we're going to be checking out right about now. Hopefully it's better by then.
I like this song. Yo, man, what's wrong with Japanese gobbledygook?
Oh god, they're like, ew.
Ew.
Got the gun and support with this.
What is number 4 doing?
It's literally yellow camphor time. Yellow flying camphor.
Yellow flying camphor, bro.
Alright, I guess we're gonna find out one way or the other how this does in sweat base. Oh boy.
Ow.
It really just doesn't have any kind of escape from that except blocking or just hoping that it boosts the right way. Man, because like otherwise that would have just been a free roll for it and I probably would have just been in the lurch.
Your ally's been knocked out. Your ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Nice. Got sneezed at.
When I die, I'll change the stuff.
I actually hit the shield again. God damn. The jab came out first. Damn.
Damage didn't affect too much.
I have it on loop. My bad, Crux.
Loop.
In a loop.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Where is Loop? Oh boy.
That's a good question. I haven't seen that man in a while.
I see him in chats every once in a while, just trolling around, but that's about it.
Taking some serious.
I don't know if he's really been playing or not. Mostly probably because of school and stuff.
Your ally's been knocked out. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Yo, dog.
Now it's supposed to be a weapon switch? Oh my god.
We captured a beacon.
I'm too fumbly with this shit sometimes. Yeesh.
This is a good support. What the hell?
Yeah, it's got consistent shit on it. Some of the sub weapons are kind of but like, you know, they're extra shit to throw out when you're at a good range. Shit, he's going in for it. What is that though? Oh, it's the rain.
I'm dead.
Your ally's been knocked
Alright.
out.
Oh, oh.
Where's Knuckles? Where's Triple?
There it is.
Your ally's been knocked out.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
they kicked that shit out of all these guys. Oh my god. That's probably our bad. We shouldn't have focused so much on that guy.
Whoa, your mobile suit
Blech.
good.
Oh boy. Oh god. My death. Revolver is fully tuned. Thanks, half off. Did you get like straight up a dupe or did you get like multiple? I actually get a dupe with the Jesta and Gus, so I have a little bit of upgrade pointage towards that. I'd say this one isn't looking good, but the last two are like that too, so like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You don't want to know. Oh god, how much did you have this? I know you said you don't, I don't want to know, but that implies that you probably had to spin a lot. Oh no. Oh, they're trying to focus on that guy under the bridge.
Oh my god. I'm gonna move right here.
Up.
Fucking destroy this man. Yo, this with the this is what the Isaac should be. With a stun and an MG.
Oh my god. I mean, literally, just make the MG the sub weapon and give it the BR for its main gun.
They're not gonna do that because Isaac cannon's a thing.
I mean, that has a different, like, mid-range thing to it going on, though. Like, I think they'd be different enough still. Especially since the enhanced armor has a different range of, like, weapons it can also use for its main gun.
I got first, let's go.
Yeah. That's the bugger that leather. Why did you even... Boosting way too much? Oh my god. Oh, there's two pilots over there. Uh-oh.
2 minutes left in the mission. Base has just jumped up in priority.
No.
Supporting fire's been set up. Pull out of the hot zone. Long-range supporting fire's coming in hot. You're up. Demolition of enemy base successful. Firing's over. The supporting fire scored some nice hits. Time for
Everyone
cleanup.
wants to be an Isaac cannon.
Oh, really? Here's
God
how I
damn
live in
it.
space. I think this has a good kit for space, especially with that extra verticality. Like the same way that people do pretty good with the Shiki Kai in space, I think this will be a similar story.
This man is not changing his suit, this Isaac, and he's gonna ready up. And then now I'm gonna block this man because he's a dumbass.
Because I've had some pretty nice matches in the Shiki Kai. I've enjoyed my
You
time
know,
with
you
it.
have supports swapping around, and it's a better support. I have the same gun as you. And it, literally stupid. Like,
Yep.
you can like Isaac for all you want, but if you're gonna do that shit, you're an idiot.
A dummy, says the man.
Like, legit locking, like, someone's already locked down the support role. It's a better support than your shit. And you're still gonna wait for the last minute to ready up with your fucking support. Your enterprise dumbass fucking...
Enterprise donut. This man going all the way in. Oh, he's blocking. He's blocking. He's doing it. Look at him go. He's stalling. When he doesn't have enough time. Oh shit.
Stuff, those legs are irking me. It's like...
Oh, because the gold. Yeah. My khakis, I had to go to work over at Lowe's. Welcome to Home Depot.
Yeah, we won.
God, I didn't realize how gold they were. My gold pants. Yeah. Oh shit. So that was a little bit better, but that was goofy.
Playing stupid mashups right now.
So definitely not bad. We're at A+, that's not gonna last.
This battle's
That's not gonna last at all. I wouldn't mind running this at 600. I don't know if it's gonna fully replace Shiki Kai for me necessarily. Jake from State Farm. Just replace all the green with red. Oh god.
Jake from State Farm.
State Farm Europe. Alright, and that was one of our runs in Jesta. I'm gonna be honest, we did win most of those, but a lot of that was just me getting slapped around trying to figure the thing out. The last one wasn't too bad though. And like I said in the video, I don't know if this would necessarily replace the Shiki Kai for me, but I do have it on both accounts. And I'm definitely gonna try to give it a try more in the future. It's not a bad suit. Is it a spectacular, crazy, game-breaking or game-changing suit? No. I don't know if most people really expected it to be. Maybe they kind of hoped it was, but you know, it's a base 600 suit. It's still, you know, a grunt suit at the end of the day. And the bigger thing, like I was saying before, is that this opens up the door for having some other variants. Jesta Cannon being the more obvious one. There's other Ace variants that are likely going to get thrown out there as well. So hopefully we see those in the future. Maybe we'll see one more before we hit anniversary proper, or maybe during the anniversary itself. I feel like a lot of these are going to probably be post-anniversary though, because they're probably going to barf out stuff like the Banshee and Unicorn at us like right away. Not to mention anything else. Although when you think about it, the Sinanju is already out. And so is the Kshatriya. So the other two like big bads, outside of maybe them throwing out like the Rose and Zulu and shit, they're already kind of out. So, you know, we might actually see these. The other big thing, actually, is that for a long time we were speculating that the Jesta would actually be a good limited suit. So, like, during the anniversary, they would have a limited mission suit, and it would probably be something like this. And considering the kit that it has and the weird gimmick that it's got going on with the block and stuff, this actually would have been a pretty good one. I don't know how many people really rolled for this. It definitely feels like a big bait banner, but it's a big bait banner on a suit that people really like because, I don't know, people are just big suckers for tactical Federation suits, I guess, right? You don't really get too many crazy examples of that in Xeon territory, mostly because they're constantly remnants and they're just kind of working with what they got. So we get all the cool, fancy, you know, big gritty shit here. So it's here. We'll probably see some adjustments on this thing if it starts to flop, because this is a kind of a fan favorite. I doubt they'll leave it in the lurch for that long. But let me know how you guys feel about this suit over in the comments. This has been the Jesta. If I have any other particularly decent matches in this, I will try to put those up as well. Also, let me know, because I was actually a few minutes away from just being like, I'm going to put together some more highlights from the stream, you know, instead of doing this segment separately. Let me know how you guys feel about that, and maybe I'll just try to clean up the overlay, whether or not you like these, where I just kind of discuss it more if it feels a little too redundant. And until next time, this is Gustav the 13th. I'll talk to you all in the next one.